is up, Real Pretty Family? You know how we coming, you know how we bumming, you know how we slumming in this channel. And if you're new to this channel, where have you been? Just kidding. Thank you for coming to this channel. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go share this video with your friends, your family, your sister, your brother, your cat if they have an account. I don't even care. Anybody who has a YouTube account, okay? You already know what's going on at Real Pretty Family. We're here to change mindsets, change habits, and change realities by being better, greater people. Okay? Okay. So, in this video, we are going to be talking about, obviously with the title, you don't miss him, you just miss the idea of him. The first reason on why you don't miss him, you just miss the idea of him, is because the first thing that you're going to feel is the attention is gone. So, you're not getting any more attention, you're not getting any more excitement, you're not going to any more dates. So, your brain remembers the high moments of the relationship, like I said, the dates, the vacations, the cute pictures, the going out, that you remember all the good stuff. So, then when you remember all the good stuff and you don't have it anymore, of course you're going to miss that person. Of course you're going to think you miss that person. So that is why you need to try and practice on how to fight what your brain is doing. Because your brain is just going to keep on replaying the good moments, but it's not putting the full picture of the whole relationship into perspective. So you have to try to beat your own brain and stop it from doing that cycle that it's going to do by trying to remember the whole relationship as a whole. The good stuff, the bad stuff, the in-betweens, the quiet days, the tired days, the sad days, all of the days. You got to think about the days and accumulate it to the reason why you guys broke up, basically. Because there's obviously a reason and something happened in the relationship on why you guys broke up. So that's why you need to remember the reason on why you guys broke up. And then that'll be step one of how to stop missing the idea of him. Okay? Reason number two on how you don't miss him, you just miss the idea of him, is that your brain is also going to keep replaying the potential that you guys could have had in that relationship. Which this is a big one that I had to fight. I mean, I had to fight all of these, honestly. That's why I made this list. Because I had to do all of these things. But this was my main problem. Was keep on replaying the moments. But it was really about thinking about the potential. Because, like, I want to date to marry. Like, I want to date to marry. I want to have a family. Maybe more kids if that's in the picture. So it's just like when I date somebody, I think about the potential. The marriage, the kids. Are we going to have a house? Or are we going to move out the state? Are we gonna live in a different city? Are we gonna do this? What type of cars are we gonna have? What type of jobs are we aiming for as a family? I get the morning shift, you get the night shift. Woo. Like, I get so in depth into a relationship where I could think, like, I could be in the present, but I'm also thinking 5 years from now, yeah, we're gonna get married. Let me start planning our wedding now. Let's think about the colors. What colors do you like? Yeah. What's the song list? Like, I'm just a little delusional. But if you guys are a little bit delusional with me, let me know in the comments down below. But yes, that's the second reason on why it's so hard to stop missing the person that you just broke up with, is probably because you keep on thinking about the potential that you guys could have had and how perfect the relationship was and how perfect you guys could have just worked it out and just keep working it out to get that image in the long run. Because honestly, men and women, we all want families at the end of the day. Some people are going to take, much longer years to get there because, they want to wild out or whatever they want to do. But once they get to that age, they're going to want to settle down. They're going to want a family. They're going to want marriage. So it's just very hard to go from imagining a life with somebody to just imagining having to do it with a totally random person that you have to try to connect with again. So I get it. I definitely get it. So to break that code, we are going to stop thinking about the what could have been and we're going to think about what actually happened. What actually broke up the relationship? What were the habits that were just so irritating that neither of you guys liked about each other? What was a constant factor in the arguments, the behaviors, the negative energy? Like, was it your boundaries being pushed? Was it habits, cleanliness? It could be family members, their family, your family, not accepting them, pressure of society or money, or there could be 1,000 reasons, right? You know, different cultures, different people, different areas. So it's just like you have to think about what was the clash in your guys' relationship and just keep replaying that in your head. Like, would we really have worked it out? Probably not. Would we really have been happy if we did work it out and force ourselves to work it out? Maybe not. So it's just like, even though you probably love that person, care for that person, had fun with that person, but maybe life just had to show you, like, you guys didn't actually match when it came to similarities and lively habits and everyday things and how you guys operate, learning habits, trauma, anything like that, you know? So maybe life was just telling you guys, like, hey, take a break now, save up your energy, and hey, you'll find a new boo soon, okay? Reason number 3, how you don't miss him, you just miss the idea of him, is because you feel the absence now. You feel loneliness. You feel no cuddles, no hugs, no kisses, no love. You hear quietness, like you don't hear your phone dinging anymore for the messages. You're not having that, oh my God, is he gonna text me? Is that him? Like every time you hear a text message, now you're gonna be wishing, oh my God, is it him? Because you're just so used to it. Your nervous system is so used to something, because even if it was, I say this all the time, even if it was just for a month, 4 weeks, you could change, you could create a habit in 4 weeks. So I know in 4 weeks, you could definitely create a bond with somebody where you can miss them in 4 weeks. So whether it was a month relationship, 6 months, 7 months, 10 years, I'd be so sad when I'd be hearing those stories of people divorcing after 10 years. It's just like, I love love, but then I'm also scared of love, because that's crazy, you know? But anyways, yes. So you miss the absence, and that's also something with me, because if I'm going to be truthful, real pretty family, you guys are like my family, right? So, I mean, I have childhood trauma, you know, probably both issues, mother and father issues, because, you know, they weren't in my life. I was raised by my grandparents. I saw them later on down the line. Woo woo, okay, right? So I'm not used to a regular family dynamic. So when you have mommy and daddy issues, depending on which ones, there's different characteristics, but I guess my daddy issues kind of like take over, because I always felt like, oh, I was never loved correctly, so I always want to find someone who's going to love me correctly. So obviously when I go through a breakup, it hurts, because I don't have that love anymore. I don't have somebody laying next to me. I don't have my my therapist, my handy mandy, my this, my that, my laughing person, my vacation person, my workout buddy, or whatever. Like, when I'm in a relationship, I want them to be my everyday life. So it's really hard for me to adjust. Like, I'll call you in the morning, I'll call you on your work shift, I'll call you before you go to bed, I'll text you throughout the day, I'm gonna send TikToks, I'm gonna send Instagram videos, I'm gonna send pictures of myself, what I'm doing, I'm gonna be checking up on you, your social medias, commenting, laughing. I just really get embodied in a relationship. So when I get through a breakup and I feel that absence, it definitely hurts. So we get it. Your daily life was adjusted drastically, or not drastically, but if you're here watching this video, probably drastically changed because of your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner. So just because it changed and adjusted for them doesn't mean that we can't change and adjust it for you. Okay? So all those times and space, and like, say if you and your man both had an off day on every Tuesdays or every Mondays or every Saturdays, you guys go on this one date or 2 dates a week or whatever, right? So on those Saturdays and Mondays and Tuesdays, whatever day that you guys used to go on your dates, don't just sit and mope at the house and cry and be like, oh my God, I miss him so much. We would have been on a date right now. Oh my God. No. We're going to fill that time and that space with some noise. Start doing something for yourself. Start hanging out with friends. Friends, for me, are definitely like a big like love and confidence booster, because I could get love out of my friends. So all I need is a little bit of love, some love juice up in here, and then I'll start feeling good. I'll start hanging out, do something fun, dance, get a cute outfit, take pictures of yourself in the mirror, practice your smiles, practice your poses, practice modeling, practice your posture, practice exercising, practice self-care, practice your nails, practice your hair. For guys, research on YouTube how to do stocks, research how to invest in Bitcoin, research how to certify in something else, learn how to get a better job. Hey, if you don't know how to make a resume, learn how to do it. YouTube this, YouTube that. Learn how to build something. Go buy a broken down motorcycle and rebuild it, just because. I don't know, right? But there's obviously a million things you could do, and that was just off the top of my head, and I could have kept going. But yeah, Kobe. But try new things. I gotta go get my son out the tub. Comment them down below because I like to learn new hobbies and new things. So comment your new hobbies or comment your favorite things to do. So maybe I could do them too. Okay? BRB. Reason number 5 on maybe why you don't miss him, you just miss the idea of him, is I researched also a little bit for some tips. So this one was kind of in there. But maybe you guys might feel this way. I don't know. But it says you miss the person you were before the relationship. You were either stronger, more confident, you felt more beautiful, maybe you were slimmer, because sometimes that happens. Like, obviously I had not obviously, but I had an 8-year relationship, toxic, abusive, whatever, high school sweethearts, and I have my son. So obviously after that toxic relationship, I definitely left bigger. I definitely left less confident, and I definitely left feeling less like stronger. Like, obviously if I'm in that type of relationship, I didn't feel strong. So I definitely did have to build up my confidence and like feel pretty again. And after all the verbal abuse and stuff like that. So honestly, yes, I have gone through a phase like this, but that was when I was younger and stuff like that. But I could still feel this way today. Like, maybe sometimes I invest so much of my time into relationships by calling, texting, checking up, that maybe I might skip workouts, or I didn't do my YouTube for a year because I was in a relationship. And now that I had this breakup, I'm back on YouTube. So it's always some things will be good after the relationship. Like, you got to hit rock bottom, because from rock bottom, what else is there? Only up, So yes, you are going to probably be thinking and looking at your old videos, your old pictures. Like, dang, I used to dress so cute. I used to be a bad bitch. I used to do my makeup every day. I used to get up and do an outfit. I used to get up and do jewelry and stuff like that. Like, today, I just had to tell myself, like, girl, make a fit, put on some jewelry today, like, this and that. Because when I was younger, I used to have so much more energy and so much more light and so much more, like, youngness in you. So I used to get dressed every day, do my hair every day, different styles and stuff like that. So sometimes I do miss my old self. And it's hard because, it's only been, my son's only 3 right now. So I'm still like trying to get back into myself by working out slowly, getting back into YouTube slowly. Like, slowly, obviously I have to get myself ready 2 times a week to do YouTube. Then I do TikTok. So, you know, I'm trying. We gotta snap out of it, real pretty family, and we gotta start journaling, start doing stuff that makes ourselves so prettier, confident, and stronger. We gotta get out of that funk and say F that last relationship and be like, wow, I used to look so good back then. How could I look good again? And start that list, okay? Okay. Reason number 6. If you caught that I miscounted my reasons, you're smart. If not, I should have just kept my mouth shut. But anyways, reason number 6 on why you think you miss him, but you just miss the idea of him, is because you miss the version of him that you thought would show up. And this is also probably connected to potential, but potential is more about life instances that you imagine. But this is what you thought he would show up as, because you would think like, oh, I was so in love with you, like 100%, I would do anything for you. So you would think on the other end, that person felt the same way. So when you realize that the person's not fighting for the relationship anymore, the person doesn't want to be in a relationship anymore, the person's telling you straight up, I don't want, like, maybe they don't want nothing to do with you, maybe they still want to be friends, maybe they need a break or whatever, but basically they're saying they just don't want to be around you anymore. And to me, that breaks my heart in a breakup more than anything, because it's just like, to me, I'm willing to work out a relationship through anything. Like, obviously marriages, you got to work out through things, there are going to be through clashes and this and that, and you can't just leave a marriage. You have to fight, you took vows, you did this, you know, you have to compromise. There's not no silent treatment and texting there's none of that. Like, you know, it's just between you two. So that's how serious I take my relationships. And it's just so sad to think like, wow, you don't want to be around me anymore, like, you know, or like the other potential of like them not wanting to fight for the relationship, knowing that you would. And that could also hurt too. Like, dang, like I would have did anything to make this relationship work, and you're just willing to drop it after the first argument, or you're just willing to drop it after the first compromise, or I got sick and you just want to break up, or I lost my job and now you're breaking up with me, or like it could be 1,000 things. Like, wow, you just thought the potential of that person because you guys were so thinking of the highs and the dates and the vacations and the love and all of that, that you forget like, oh wait, how many kids do you want? Oh wait, where do you want to live actually? Oh wait, what does your family think? What's your religion? Are you religious? Are you not? What do you eat? Do you eat this? Do you eat that? What holidays do you celebrate? Like, honestly, a relationship, when you get down to it, like, it's a lot of work. So you gotta think about what the relationship and what that person actually is and who he was or she was. Because sometimes when they are willing to leave a relationship over something, that means they're not going to change. They're not going to change for you. They're not going to change for probably years. If they do change, it'll be like 10, 15 years from now. Or unless they do serious journaling, therapy, and watching Real Pretty Family videos. Okay? But no, seriously, like, if somebody's willing to just walk away from a relationship because you asked them for something, or you needed them to do a boundary, or this or that, or figuring out where you're going to live, or just couldn't compromise, couldn't communicate, and they just leave, honestly, just take that as it is what it is. The universe is giving you a sign. Maybe the universe is protecting you so that you don't marry that person, and then 10 years is down the drain, you guys are getting a divorce and have 3 kids. You know? So I'm telling you, if a relationship ends, just take it for what it is. Try to work on yourself. Try to journal it out. Also got a journal prompt that isn't exactly the journal prompts that I wrote out, but I got a journal prompt that could help you guys hopefully realize what the relationship actually was. So it says, what did I imagine he'd become? So what did you imagine this person would come? Would they become your wife? Would they become a mother of all 5 of your kids? Like, what did you imagine this person would be doing for you in your relationship? And then it says, why do I need this in my life? So that one I definitely journaled about, because obviously the way my breakups would hit me so hard, I had to realize, like, wait a minute, this gotta be childhood trauma. This gotta be mommy and daddy issues. Like, I gotta slow it down. Like, I gotta stop putting so much blame on the other person. You know, because sometimes I like to take accountability for myself, and I like to think about, like, am I a good person? So I always make sure in the situations I try to be a good person. So with a relationship, if it ends, I just be like, was I a good person in that relationship? Like, did I make sure I did my part? And you don't have to feel this way. You don't. But that's just me. So I definitely journaled it out. And I'm just like, why do I need my relationships to be so lovey-dovey and so connected? And I have to have that person text me and call me every day. Like, at least just like, hey, I'm going to work. Hey, I'm doing this. Yes, I need you to text me and call me at least once or twice a day. Like, I can't just, not even once or twice a day. I need at least 5 to 10 times a day. That's normal for me. Once or twice a day makes me feel like I'm not even dating anybody, you know? So that just doesn't work for me, because, like, if they wanted to, they would. So if they're thinking about, like, if I'm thinking about this person so much that every flower or every car on the street or every building, I just want to take a picture and send it to you, I would think that you love me that much to do that energy to me too. So if you're, I don't know, that's just me. I mean, other girls, they don't need that much attention. They don't need that much energy. Maybe they need something else in the relationship that they gotta fight through because of trauma or learning habits or the way your family grew up, you know? So definitely that journal prompt is gonna hit you right where it needs to hit. And then hopefully after you journal it out, get all your cries out, get everything out, we can start hitting that list, filling in the spaces, filling in the quiet, and yeah, being happy again, being healthy again, and getting yourself ready mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally for the next relationship if you want to. Because I mean, you never want to be like so heartbroken where you just shut your heart. You don't ever want to be so heartbroken where you just shut your heart out and you don't love people the same way, and you start to be cold and half sharing truths, hiding things. Like, you still want to love every relationship like it was your first. You still want to treat them the same. You still want to be open, be this. I know it's going to be hard, but just be more selective, you know? Okay, so that's the end of this video. I hope you love this video, because I love this video. And yes, I had to learn all these reasons. I had to do all of these things myself. And that's why I'm here, to teach you healthy habits, change your mindsets, and change your realities so you could go back outside to be great, amazing, healthy, happier people. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. My name is Listless. We're on Real Pretty Family. And don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button. Comment down below the hobbies you want to do, so maybe we can do them together. And yes, share this video with your friends, family, uncles, grandmas. You know your grandmas aren't going to check their emails anyways. Please send it to your grandmas, all the old people. They don't even know what they be watching. Please. Okay. Love you.